All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your boy E here on the mic at the wrestling helm to just basically, guys, give you all the cool wrestling factoids during the midweek. It is Wednesday. Wednesday could, it could be a drag. What? It's over. It's 8 p.m. Definitely hope you guys are hope you guys are, ready to get some rest. Going to bed with full stomachs. Hope you guys had an amazing dinner, had a nice glass of wine, a cup of beer, or whatever. Whatever helps take the edge off. Because nowadays, in this, in this society, in this world, sometimes it's a little hard. So, yeah. So I'll, just gotta reflect on what we talked about. We talked about our WWE NXT review. We want to move on to our our AEW Dynamite preview. But before we get into that, I want to remind you guys to use the tips and donations link. We get a number of questions from viewers like you that come in during the show. So to ensure that your question gets read on air in front of millions of people, I ask you guys to use the tips and donations link at the GSMCPodcast.net. Just put your questions up on top so you can tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, tell me what you want to further elaborate on. Tell me if you think I'm an idiot. Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't hurt my feelings. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Honestly, if it makes you happy, I'm just kidding. But we love positive reviews. Leave a positive review because it really does make a difference, guys. Like I said, always remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button. Here at the GSMC Sports Network, we love peace, love, and positivity all the way, 1010%. So, yeah, don't be afraid to hit up the tips and donations link and tell me how you feel at the GSMC podcast.net. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Tonight we have AEW Dynamite. Excited to watch this Dynamite as soon as I'm done with this. We'll be sending, some YouTube shorts in terms of, what I'm seeing, what I'm analyzing. And also, I just want to, kind of spur conversation with you guys. Like, don't be too shy. Don't be too shy. Comment on my shorts. Comment on my videos. Use the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me your opinions because ultimately this is our podcast. As a wrestling fan in this wrestling sports culture, it's not the same as like your average, ordinary, sports podcast. Wrestling, we're family. We're family. So we all, we got to stay together in this crazy, in this crazy ass world. So, yeah. So AEW Dynamite is live tonight from the Angel Winds Arena in Everett, Washington. I think that's pretty cool. So just to kind of let's go ahead and start off first. We have Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge. He's gonna call out Malikai Black tonight for Double or Nothing. I think it's gonna be a great match. These guys are I don't want to say dark because I don't want to seem too cynical or pessimistic, but like I Adam Copeland, what he's doing at his young age, well, at his old age, and I think recently in social media he got a praise from Will Ospreay, but just kind of doing this, putting your body through this, all these hardcore matches, all these like, it's. I feel like AEW superstars and just, and I'm not trying to sing. I'm not trying to like sound like a jerk, but I feel like sometimes when you're outside of the WWE spectrum, you kind of do a little more to kind of get your name out there, help the promotion of the company. Definitely something that Adam Copeland is doing. He's working his arse off, man. He's definitely been one of the best superstars, one of the best wrestlers coming out of the WWE. It really, you can see his passion toward the company. You can see that he actually cares, through his quality matches, through what he's basically not afraid to do, put his life on the line, put his neck on the line, put his former, back injury. Like, dude, like this he goes balls to the wall. And that's something that Adam Copeland is, definitely respect. So he's going to call out Malikai Black for Double or Nothing. Should be pretty interesting. And then next we have Kazuchika Okada, the AEW Continental Champion, will be defending his title against Dak Harwood, for the championship. Should be pretty interesting to see what they do in terms of this. Kind of sucks, of course, Harwood out of FTW. This isn't gonna work, especially with the young guns and like, oh god, like these. Oh man. I'm already tired of this faction that they call Elite. And I know that's what they want. That's what they want. They're like, I want viewers to watch and just absolutely despise us. Despise us. It's working. It is working. So, kudos to you in terms of that. But ultimately, I don't know, getting a little agitated here. No, I'm just kidding. So it's going to be interesting to see, how that match plays out. But I'm pretty sure Okada is going to retain. And yeah, so next we're going to move on. We have Tony Storm versus Harley Cameron in a grudge match. Tony Storm, she's just been really, really, I don't know, like you can't really put your thumb on what Tony Storm, the timeless Tony Storm, is going to do next. Obviously, the AEW World Women's Champion has a lot to prove still. That's how she feels. Although she's, throughout her career, throughout everything there, throughout her tenure in terms of AEW wrestling, I feel like she's done really, really well. I feel like she's like, who else do you have to prove to? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like whoever you step in the ring with, I think she gets the better of them. The mind games, the physicality, the technical wrestling. Tony Storm can do it all. She really can. So it's going to be interesting to see how this match rolls out. So next we have Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb. I love Jon Moxley, and I love Bryan Danielson as well. So this match is going to be pretty badass. Can't wait to see what they do, how they kind of, because I'm pretty sure Danielson and Moxley's going to pick up the victory, but Fletcher and Cobb, they're pretty scrappy. It's you can't really put your thumb on those young guys. I feel like if AEW is trying to push something that's going to head toward Double or Nothing, perhaps maybe it happens tonight. Obviously, Jon Moxley needs a challenger for his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, so I can see something happening, or maybe Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson win tonight, and then Daniel like grabs the mic and he's like, "Hey, you know what, Jon? I noticed you don't have an opponent at Double or Nothing. I would love to fight you at Double or Nothing." Like that's how that all starts out, which would be pretty damn cool. Honestly, I would honestly love that. So, next we have Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Mone in this contract signing for Double or Nothing. Willow Nightingale absolutely 110% impressed the heck out of me. Last week, the way she cut her promo for Mercedes Moné hitting it to Double or Nothing, it was cool. It was really, really cool because you see this nice, this very like colorful, this very cut. Like I said before, it kind of reminds me of like Bailey when she was doing the Huggers thing, and like I don't know, you just can't help but to root for this girl. I don't know if that's what kind of got me on the bandwagon and stuff like that, because it's to the point right now whenever Mercedes Moné kind of opens up her mouth, I'm like, oh great, here we go again. Just kidding. No, but I'm like I love Mercedes Moné, and obviously money does talk and stuff like that, but like she just hasn't really been doing that great. And of course, this is just my opinion. And I don't, if any of you guys pay attention to other sports, you kind of realize the moment the athlete gets the bag, and Mercedes Moné got a huge bag, definitely one of the highest paid women's wrestlers in the whole entire world historically. And like, I don't know, maybe she's getting too comfortable to the point where she's not putting quality promos. And maybe it could be AEW where they're like, all right, you're going to come into the business, but you're not going to wrestle at big business. You're also not going to wrestle at Dynasty. We're going to push you all the way to Double or Nothing. So they're basically like, hey, you got to just keep rambling on with words, creating, this and that and the other, blah, 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 blah. So it could partially be something in terms of like AEW creative writing, but I'm kind of rooting for Willow. Honestly, I am rooting for Willow. I can't even say like, I'm partially, rooting for Nightingale, but because I feel like she deserves it more, if that makes any sense. If Mercedes Moné wins the TBS championship at Double or Nothing, I gotta be honest, it's gonna kind of rub me the wrong way. And if you agree with me, hit it up on the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Leave a chat. But I don't know. It's to the point where I feel like she doesn't deserve to win. I feel like she doesn't deserve to win. I feel like she hasn't really put in the time yet. Obviously, backstage, yeah. In terms of, promos to kind of hook viewers, yeah, because people like seeing Sasha Banks. People like seeing Mercedes Moné, Moné talks. So, maybe it could be possibly like, kind of like, what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say? Kind of like, I don't want to say using her for like spotlight or for attention from the viewers and stuff like that, because that sounds awful. They're just using Mercedes. I'm just kidding. No, no. I think AEW. Hopefully, they know what they're doing because it's to the point where their backs are against the wall. They better figure this, shiitake mushroom stuff out, and And then yeah, go along with that. So definitely, excited to see that face to face thing tonight. So yeah, next we have Matthew and Nicholas Jackson of the Young Bucks against Matt Seidel and Christopher Daniels for the AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator match. This match is going to be probably you're going to see Seidel and you're going to see Christopher Daniels kind of push the Young Bucks to their limit, but ultimately Okada or maybe Jack Perry gets involved and kind of creating for like a main match at Double or Nothing because it's when you go Double or Nothing. If you understand what this saying even means, like let's just say you lose a bet. You lose a bet, and to redeem yourself, so essentially you lost the first time. You lost. You're a loser. So then you're like, all right, you know what? Double or nothing. Like so, basically, like you don't have to pay, but guess what? If you lose this bet, you're gonna have to pay double. So in the spirit of how the pay per view is written out, I feel kind of like Willow Nightingale against Sasha Banks or Mercedes Mone. It's kind of like a rematch of their match in New Japan Professional Wrestling for the Women's Strong Championship where Mercedes Monet was injured. She destroyed her right foot, was told she could never wrestle again, came back, and then that's what's happening right now. And kind of like Kazuchika Okada and Dax Harwood, you had that match where you kind of had the Elite against FTW in that ladder match, but ultimately it was the Elite. It was the Elite against FTR. So definitely. And then now you kind of have this tag team match where I feel like Daniels and Seidel will come close to winning this match, causing the Young Bucks to cheat. And then, I feel like, Seidel and Daniels will probably try to get a rematch at Double or Nothing. Of course, this is I haven't watched a single shred of it. So, don't assume that I'm like, oh, this guy already knows what's going on. Dude, honestly, I don't. I honestly don't. So, I definitely think that's going to happen. And yeah, to kind of finish us off here, we have Swerve Strickland versus Brian Cage. Brian Cage, one of the leaguer of the Mogul Embassy, who turned their back on Swerve Strickland last AEW Dynamite. So I hope Brian Cage, hope he gets his, man. Hope you get what you deserve. That knife and Swerve Strickland's back really left a mark, bro. Really left a mark, and it was a BS move, bro. It was a BS move. So interested, and I'm totally interested to find out what Swerve does tonight to his former partner, the Mogul Embassy, member Brian Cage. So yeah. So hey guys, don't go anywhere. We're gonna move on to our next segment. We're talking about WWE PLEs. PLEs stand for premium live events, which is like basically pay-per-views and stuff like that. Is heading back to Sunday. So we'll dig on into that, as soon as we come back. So hey, stay tuned.